I'm Tony Williams, and this is Brooklyn Savvy. Interracial relationships and marriage are becoming more common in the United States, and it's reflected here in Brooklyn. Clearly, racial mixing has occurred in America since colonial times. In fact, America's first mulatto child was born in 1620. However, when slavery of blacks was institutionalized in the United States, anti-miscegenation laws surfaced, which barred and stigmatized such unions. Today's episode will explore these relationships and how societal influences have changed our thinking about mixed marriages. Our guests today are Yolan Nicholson, who is currently involved in an interracial relationship, and Steve Witt, author of a new book, American Moses, will share his experiences having been married to a Jamaican-American wife, and you will want to stay and hear this. It's a real tell-all, okay, people? It's a real tell-all. Okay, with that, I am going to introduce our guests, panelists Lisa Bing, Denise Arbisu, Yolan Nicholson, and Karen Oster. Thank you all so much for joining us, and especially you, Yolan, because we're going to have you talk about your relationship.
Oh, dear.
But before that, let's kind of look at, now, have things changed in terms of interracial relationships? Are we seeing more of them? And that might be an obvious question, but what's your take on that, Lisa?
Well, sure. I think we are seeing more of them. I mean, you know, one of the classic and one of the turning points in our history is the Emmett Till case, who whistled, you know, the 14-year-old boy in 1955, who was killed for whistling at a white woman.
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi.
Right.
Came visiting from Chicago, you know, for the summer, and this happens. And so that started a process of, you know, be careful how you talk to white women, particularly among black boys, and that's how they were socialized. And so that has continued, you know, throughout the years. And so things are definitely different now.
But what I found really interesting was just back in October, and I think, Denise, you and I were talking about that, with that Louisiana couple that wanted to get married, and then the justice of the peace says no go.
That was a very, very shocking, but also perhaps are we changing quickly enough? Because this seems like a blast from the past.
Right.
Who is this person? Because that's his belief that the races shouldn't mix.
Right.
I mean, this is a justice of the peace who refused to marry a young couple so much in love.
Absolutely. So much in love.
So
couple,
much in love.
Interracial.
I knew I should have said yes.
So, kind of talk to us about why you decided to be involved interracially.
Well, I didn't decide to be involved interracially.
So it wasn't a decision, just kind of happened.
Well, actually, quite frankly, I actually, you know, was one of those women who loved the blacker the juice, the sweeter the berry kind of thing.
Wait a minute. But the man that you're romantically involved in is a white guy. So where's his?
I just
So what shifted?
What shifted was I walked into an event one day, and you know, sparks flew, and it was just unexpected. And I actually had decided to stop dating because I had just gotten out of a very bad relationship, and I thought, listen, this takes up too much energy. I raised my son alone. Every time you get into a relationship, it's too much drama, and you get distracted. And 6 months later, I walk into an event, and he's hanging out with some colleagues, and an hour later, I thought, there's something happening, and he'll call me in the morning, and I realized that, and he did, and something happened for him.
Was he the first white man you ever dated?
He was the 8th man I've dated. I just...
So you're really saying, you're looking at this man as the man that he is. Is that what
as the man that he is? He actually was the 3rd American man that I've dated, which was a challenge as a Caribbean person. And so